Okay. Um, I don't even know why I'm smiling, but this video is. I hope I don't keep hitting this mic so much. This video is, as you can tell from the title, just like my story of how I struggled with acne. I don't know if I've ever sat down to tell you guys a story, but the video I just finished doing is basically like a story. But yeah, let's leave that. My face is, I don't know if you guys can see, my face is not so clear. This camera is just doing really nice, but really my face is not, I can't even see the acne in my face, but like it's there. I don't know. But before now, in 2021 of October, my face, like my skin just switched up. I think I still have a particular picture of when it actually started switching up. I think I'll probably put it on the screen for you guys to see. That was October 2021. And you know the funny thing, throughout that year, I remember January 2021, I came back, it was Harmattan. My skin was peeling and stuff like that. But then I had just gotten like a serum or something, and I was just using the serum like that. But then the woman she also recommended a particular body lotion for me, and then so I was like, oh, let me just try using the body lotion before I apply the serum. And then I started doing that, and then like my skin just gloriously turned. Like I even put a picture, like my skin became very clear, smooth, and everything. But I don't even know what happened that 2021 of October. I remember it was doing Black and Blessed. We used to have this mic stay one place. We have this program in my church back at home in Nigeria, Kingdom Diplomats. The program is called Black and Blessed. So we held it in October that year, 2021, because obviously 2020 it didn't hold because of the pandemic. I know. Seems like I'm just going to hold this mic. So 2021 it didn't hold. Sorry, 2020 it didn't hold. So in 2021 we had it in 2021 October. So I don't know, I just noticed that, and I was ushering for the event, so I just noticed that my skin started switching up. Like I started having acne at the middle. It just started here, like it was like little rashes, and I was like, oh, it's probably like the rashes I used to have in secondary school. Let me just use Skinel, right? I used Skinel, and I didn't even know like it wasn't good for your skin, but like it used to clear up my acne when I was in secondary school. If I had like a bump, I would just put it, and then the next morning it would have been like reduced. So I used Skinel. It now started making me fair. I'll put the pictures. I think I still have a lot of them. It now started making me like really fair, and like I don't even know. It wasn't helping. It wasn't even clearing up the acne. At that point, I was like, what the hell is going on? Imagine like enjoying like your beautiful skin, and then it just switches up. I was just like, I don't know what was going on. It crossed into 2022 January. I thought like, oh, maybe it just lasts for some few months. The whole of 2022, right? Like, and you know, that was when I now went, like that was when I was at home. I don't know, I think I was grateful that I was at home, like that I was at home, that the strike happened and I was at home at that time. From March, when I came back in March, oh my god, my skin was terrible. If I still have the video, I'll insert it. My skin was terrible. I don't know. And my parents wanted to help, right? They really wanted to help, but you know, I don't know if you've suffered or struggled with acne before. If people keep pointing it out, it just doesn't help. It seems like they're helping, right? Or it seems like they're concerned, and they are probably genuinely concerned. But then, on your part, you that is suffering from the acne, you're like, I woke up this morning, I saw it on my face. If I had the power to remove it, I would remove it. But then there's nothing I can do. Why are you guys still like? Don't remind me about it. I know it's there. I'm trying to not like give consent to it. So what you're doing isn't helping me at all. So my parents would be like, I don't know, especially my dad, he was really, really concerned. He would be like, maybe this thing on your face, like, why is it not going? Did you do anything? Did you change like your cream and stuff like that? Things like that. At this point, I didn't even know what to answer because I had tried a lot of things also. At a point, I started using Oriflame. One of my friends was into Oriflame stuff, and then it like purged my skin for a little bit, and then my skin became like really better around that April, May. Yeah, my skin became better after using it for like 4 weeks or so, and I was thankful. But then at a point, it's like it just came back again. So I'm like, what's going on? Imagine going through that high and low. And every day I wake up with new acne every single day. That was the point where I stopped sleeping with I stopped putting if you watch me when I sleep now, I don't let my face touch my pillow. Even if I'm sleeping to the side, my hand is there. If I'm sleeping like this, my hand is there. If I'm putting my head on like this, my hand is here. So I don't let my face touch like any surface at all, because I'm like, let me know what is touching my face. Let me know where my problem is coming from. So this was like around May, June. My skin was getting clear a little bit, and then it started over again. I even saw a dermatologist. My dad, I saw a dermatologist. She gave me some things to use. I think she recommended like Retin A or something like that. I used it. I don't know. And before, my skin did not used to be sensitive. Like, I could use anything on my skin, it won't even react. But at this point, any single thing that touches my skin reacts. And I have like really, really oily skin. So imagine you're battling with acne and then you have like an extremely oily skin. That's like the worst combination. You have an extremely oily skin and an extremely sensitive skin. Your skin now becomes sensitive from nowhere. So where do you want to start your treatment from? And then my mom too was so concerned, and she would be like, oh, try this, try that. And I'm like, at a point I got so angry. I'm like, it's because it's not your face that you're trying it on. Like, because they would say, people will be like, oh, try this, try that. And I'm like, that as I'm trying this, I'm still going to have to carry my face and walk around, and like, it's still going to take trying things. If I try it one day, I can't try it one day. I have to try for like 2 weeks. And trust me, it's not easy. That waiting time is not easy. When they say wait for like, you have to use it for like 4 weeks, use it for like 6 weeks. I'm like, do you expect me to lock myself inside my house for 6 weeks? Do you get? And stuff like that. But then what helped me really was that there was strike. I was at home throughout from March till December. So I really basically did not have anywhere I was going. The only place I used to go was on Sunday. I go to church. So and I really did not care. I carried my face like that. I was like, acne is something that people go through, right? Yes, the acne is there. It doesn't change who I am. It made me have a lot of self-doubt, and I really struggled with self-doubt because of the acne stuff. And it also now made me see that, you don't judge people based on how they look, because I'm like, imagine if people started judging me based on how I looked. It's not like I looked bad or terrible, but when someone sees me, that's the first thing they will notice. Oh, you really have bad acne, you're struggling with acne. So imagine if people were judging me based on that. And I'm like, oh my god, this also have been looking at other people that probably had really, really bad acne. That's the first thing I'll notice, and I'll be like, oh, are you okay and stuff like that. I now felt how they felt. So I struggled with a lot of self-doubt and things like that. But then I kept saying, oh, it won't last forever. You eventually go. There's no point of me putting myself down, feeling bad and everything. The acne is still going to be there. Just live your life with the acne. And at that point also, that was when I had this appointment I reached out to my secondary school that I wanted to come speak to the students. Just talk to them, basically tell them, encourage them, help them if they were going through try to help the people I could help, give answers to their questions if they had questions or something, because these are teenage children, right? So I felt like if I had someone do that for me when I was in secondary school, it probably would have helped me a bit or a lot more. So I was like, oh, let me go. Actually, it was the Holy Spirit that put it in my mind. He was the one that put it in my mind to go and speak to them. This happened few weeks before I went back home from the strike. right? That's when he put the idea in my mind. One night like this, I was just thinking, I was like, I'm not going to bed until something comes. Like that night, I had a meeting that day with my mentor, and I was so inspired by what she said, and I'm like, I cannot just be living like this, like not having impact or not having an influence. It's also one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, right? So at least be of help to people, have an impact, influence people. So that night I was like, nah, I'm not going to bed. I stayed up. I sat on my table like this. I stayed up with my pen, waiting, and then the inspiration dropped. Like, why not? The whole thing was to help my secondary, was to go to secondary schools in Enugu during that strike period, because I was like, there's nothing I will be doing at that time. So let me just use that time and period to go to secondary schools in Enugu and stuff like that. So that was the plan I wrote down. But like my parents said I should come back home, and I'm like, this is not stopping me. I reached out to my secondary school. I schooled in Ogun State Trinity International College. I reached out to them if I could come speak to them, and I was the assistant head girl when I was in secondary school, so it was easier for me to reach out to them, and it was easy for them to say, okay, yes, you can come. So I went there with my sister. I probably insert a video of it, probably a short clip of, if I still have them. So I reached out to them, and I reached out to them in March when I came back home, right? The ending of March, I think. And they were like, oh, I could come, I think sometime in April or so. So I went, and that was when my acne was at the peak. But I was like, I really don't care. I'm going to say what I have to say. If you want to listen, good. If you don't want to listen, then that's your problem. But then I did what God asked me to do. I did what I could to help you guys, right? In my own little way. So I went. The school said, oh yeah, you could come and stuff like that. We're happy to hear from you. So I went with my friend. I went to Ada. And I went to my sister. So I talked to them when we were done, and the weather was not even helping. Honestly, it was so hot, and I think the heat used to increase my acne. I don't even know. I would look probably better in the morning, but when you see me in the afternoon, I'm already looking very, very unpleasant. My face, actually. So, because I have really extremely oily skin, there's oil on my face, plus the acne. It was a lot. So I still had self-doubt when I went for that speech, when I went for the speaking, to speak to myself. But I was like, I wasn't going to let it hold me down and prevent me from doing what I was supposed to do. I put it aside for that day, even if it was still there in my heart. So I just prayed. I'm like, this is what I came here to do. God, today just help me do it. So I spoke to them, spoke to the students, the prefects afterwards. I was aware that the acne was on my face, and most of them probably that was what they were noticing even as I was talking, but I really did not care. That's how bad the acne makes you. It makes you so self-conscious. I really did not care. I don't know, my parents tried. My dad was really concerned. My mom too was also very concerned. She even got me a lot of products. I'm like, if I calculate the money that I spent on products in 2022, I didn't even remember. I was doing my 2022 evaluation, and I'm like, I spent the money that I saved, right? I saved a lot of money, not so much, but then I saved a lot of money. But I knew I spent them on reasonable things, but I couldn't remember what were the reasonable things I spent them on. It's just now, it just clicked that it was on products, mostly products for my acne and stuff. I spent a lot of money. So, and because all these products also cost money, skincare costs money. I struggled with a lot of self-doubt, basically. And I came to Canada, I was just praying that, oh my God, let my situation not get worse. Because I even just saw a video of, I don't know, I was watching Instagram, I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday, and I saw a girl that came to Canada, and her skin just switched up, became so bad. She started getting acne from nowhere. When I was coming to Canada, that was my fear, and also that was my prayer that I don't want my skin to I also had this conviction that it won't get worse, because I felt like the heat was also aggravating my acne because of the weather was hot also. So I'm like, oh, it's winter here, the weather is extremely dry. So when I even came, I had to oil my face. I'm like, me that was struggling with oil, like an oily skin, I had to oil my face. My skin started becoming dry. So I think the dryness, like it really like dried up my acne, like most of it though. So right now all I'm struggling with is hyperpigmentation, which I really don't care anymore, because please, I will take this skin over any other skin. This is best my skin has been over a while. It's not perfect. It's not even like, I'm saying you're not even seeing it. I don't know how you're, because probably because this is night. But let me see this. Can you see what I'm showing you guys? I still have hyperpigmentation. Can you see the acne was so bad, even like down to my chin, like my chest area. Can you see the hyperpigmentation? Can you see that it's still there? So I don't even know if I put this camera back the way it was before, but I'll continue. Yeah. So basically that's my acne story. I used product. I'm not even going to tell you guys use this product, use that product, because there is nothing I did not hear. There's nothing I did not use. I just kept, if I know come to Canada, I don't know what I would have done, because I would have just probably still be struggling with the acne, still be having like self-doubt and all of that. But I'm like, God knows where to meet us at the point of our needs. I really needed it. I needed to move to Canada, if not for anything, for this acne to clear up. So moving to Canada helped my skin. And I'm not saying that's the solution to everybody, because I just told you that I watched a video of someone, she moved to Canada, it changed her skin the other way around. Her skin was clear and it destroyed her skin. So basically at this point I'll just be like, well, if you're going through it, it's bad, it's terrible. All I can say is I can't even say hold on, because you can't be telling me to hold on when I'm going through acne. It's not like my life is on hold. I'll still be seeing people. I'll still be having to go out. I'll still be having to go to school and things like that. I don't know, wherever you're going to find your inspiration from, or your strength to hold on until things get better. I don't know. Trying products and everything is tiring, because when you try one product, you have to wait for like how many days, how many weeks, how many months. Some they even tell you like a month or like 2 months or even 3 months. And I'm like, that's such a long time to be with that struggle. Oh God. But like when I struggled with my acne, one of the things that helped me was that I kept achieving things. So it made me see that how you look doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but like it doesn't affect what you could become or what you could do. So like I said, when I went to speak to my secondary school, like during that my struggle, it really like it gave me confidence. Like I'm like, oh, it doesn't really matter how you look. It doesn't affect your ability, your capacity, your skill, right? So yes. And also, I now also like I did well in my IELTS. I got an 8.0 for my IELTS. It also boosted. I was like, oh, so with every self-doubt that kept coming, I kept what's it called? Putting it off with achieving things, right? Like with just, seeing my abilities and capacities, seeing that they were not trumped down because of how I looked or what I was going through. I was still able to achieve things, right, for myself. So it really helped me in those times. So yeah, I'm just saying, don't let it trump what you can achieve or trump what you can do. I went for my visa appointments, my IELTS. I went for all those things with my skin like that. I'll put the videos for you. Like the videos are in the previous video before this one, how I came to Canada video, but then I'll probably still insert some of them here. I went for my appointment, went for my IELTS with my skin that way. I really did not care. I cared, but then at that point I couldn't, because I needed to do what needed to be done. So that's my story. That's how my struggle with acne. And today, I thank God. The video is already 20 minutes. I didn't plan for it to be this long. I never planned for it to be this long, but it always ends up being this long. It always ends up being like really, really long. So thank you guys for listening to my story. Yeah, please do not forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, share it to your friends, to your family, your sisters, your auntie, your uncle, I don't know, anybody that you may think would need the video. Or if you just like my channel and you just like me, just subscribe and probably help me share so that I get like more subscribers. Because honestly, this year my goal is like I want to get up to 800 subscribers. That's my goal for this year. I will just put it out there. I want to get up to 800 subscribers. So my target is like 80 subscribers in a month. I don't know how that is going to happen. I have some plans for it, but like the audience, you guys actually are the ones that will determine. So I really need you guys to help me share the link to my channel. Yeah. Thank you guys once again. It's fun putting out these videos for you guys. I like talking to you guys. I like putting out the video. I like recording and putting up the content and editing the content, even if it's stress. But like, so I'll see you guys in my next video, whatever that is going to be. And it's probably going to be a video with somebody else. I don't know who that is going to be yet, but I'm probably going to do a video with someone else. I don't know what it's going to be about, but I think that should be interesting. Right. So you guys should take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.